Good day, everybody. How you doing? So I wanted to stop in today to talk to you about the difference between being awakened versus being woke. And there is a huge difference in the two. And I feel like it's important enough to warrant a whole video on the subject, because some people use these terms interchangeably and they just don't mean the same thing. And knowing how that the dark ones like to pervert the meanings of things, I felt it important to come on here and clarify the difference between woke and awakened. All right, so let's start with good news first. Awakened means simply that you think for yourself, that you have made a discernible decision to begin questioning things. Even if it's just one thing that you wouldn't normally question. That's how it usually starts. Whatever that may be. It could be anything. It could be something you see on the news. It could be something you heard in class. It could be something you saw on a billboard. And that is the spark, the seed of awakening. And oftentimes, in my experience, I've seen with myself and others, that seed blossoms into something very beautiful. It blossoms into you stepping into your sovereignty as a being with universal rights, the right to speak your truth, the right to say, hey, that's wrong. I don't agree with that. I don't care if all you people agree with this. I don't agree with it. I'm sorry, I don't. Sorry, not sorry. It's you putting your foot down, right? It's you exposing the contents of your heart. And consequences be damned, right? Because, those of us who speak our truths aren't always welcomed by the in crowd, right? But that stuff doesn't matter when you're awakened, when you're an awakened being. It begins to matter less and less and less. I'm not saying connection doesn't matter. It does, But first, you want to draw the right people into your life, connect with yourself by allowing yourself to become more and more awakened each day, no matter how much it hurts. Because when you're able to go through that fire of hurt, you become extremely empowered at the end of that. At the end of that fiery tunnel, you become extremely empowered. And you start radiating a whole new energy, a whole new way of walking. You move through life way differently when you start thinking for yourself. When you start questioning this, right? And when you start questioning the tickers that you see on the TV, all the cases, right? When you start looking into things, when you start questioning what you've been taught in school. Because in school, generally speaking, not to say there are no good teachers out there, because there are, but generally the curriculum is designed to tell you what to think, not how to think. The system does not want you to be awakened. Because awakening promotes your own highest good, not the agenda of the system's highest good, right? Which is not very good at all. So we have to come to this conclusion on our own. And luckily, the internet could be seen as a blessing and a curse, but in this case, it's a blessing that we get to get lots of different types of perspectives, right? And if we're able to plant that seed of questioning things within ourselves, we can start discerning what's good for us and what's not. I hope that's clear enough, guys. I hope that's hope that illustrates what awakened means. So now I'm going to contrast that with being woke. Because like I said, I used to thought they mean the same thing. Well, they don't. Woke is the dark's version of awakening, right? They want you to think that being woke is being awakened to the truth. And it's the exact opposite. That's too bad too, because that word, it's kind of a cute word or whatever, and kind of cool, kind of hip, right? But that's by design. They take whatever trend may be cool that started off in a pure place, from pure heart. They take this stuff and they fucking pervert it, man, by attaching certain events and feelings to the word. Orchestrated with the purpose of making people think things that aren't necessarily the truth. They plan events. They use the media to instill in people the belief that these events are legit, that they really happened. I'm not saying everything you see on the news didn't take place, but sometimes it only half took place. Or sometimes it was planned like a play. All to get you to change your mind about something. And that's when they want you to not think for yourself. They want you to believe what they're telling you because it looks official. Right? It looks official. It's on cable. The person telling you this information is they got nice sparkly teeth. They got a nice part in their hair. Or the women have their nice little under curl there. They got perfectly applied airbrush makeup and this and that type of thing. And it just seems so official, so true, and we just believe it. And then you go around telling your friends you need to get more educated. You're not educated enough. And what you're talking about, you heard on the fucking cable news. The fake news, right? Without doing any of your own research, without doing any of your own digging. And it's kind of like being on autopilot. Allowing someone else, something else, another entity that doesn't have your highest good in mind to dictate what you believe and what you think and how you go about your days and how you plan or don't plan your life. But the good news is that the days of these people planning these types of events and perverting things and keeping people woke but fast asleep are coming to an end. That's all I'm going to say in this video. I don't want to go too on. I don't want to, digress too much in this one, but those days are coming to an end. Why? Because people like you are watching videos like this, are listening to messages like this, and questioning everything. Even the videos like this, right? But they resonate with you on a level that speaks to a place deeper, even though it could be scary, deeper than you're used to, deeper than you feel from when you watch the standard typical news, right? And the more you consume content like this, and the more you trust yourself, the more you ask yourself questions, the more you awaken, the more cringe those types of messages become, the more you question what they're telling us. And that's a great place to be, my friend, because that is the seat of your power. You have the ability to question everything in your life. And that gives you so much power in your own life. You know, it re-empowers you to take back yourself and unplug from the matrix. It's scary. That's for sure. It's scary. That's why Neo threw up when he found out the reality of the Matrix, because it shattered his concept of what he thought was reality, even though he knew there was a twinge in there. That's why Morpheus was, whispering to him through the computer lines and through his cell phone and this and that, because that was the twinge, that was the seed that was starting to bloom into a huge vine with big old flowers and birds flying around it. It was turning in. It was getting life. And even though the reality he woke up to was, less than ideal for a time, it gave him the opportunity to do his part to begin rebuilding civilization to a point where every being can one day be sovereign and do their own thing without being swayed by all these fucking conglomerates and whatnot. Anyway, I'm starting to digress a little bit, but I'm gonna end this right now, guys. But I hope this helps paint the picture of being awakened versus woke. Being aware of that will help you out greatly as you go about your days. All right, guys, I want to send you much love and appreciation, gratitude. Hope you have a fantastic day. As you may have noticed, I'm making these videos daily. So I will see you again tomorrow, my friend, with a brand new video to help you up-level yourself and gain some fresh perspective and self-trust. So I'm also doing one-on-one life coaching, guys. If you're interested in that, my information's in the description box below. Go ahead and shoot me an email, or you can find me on Instagram too. And hope to talk to you soon. Take care.